Hi friends, this video is a review on the Aveeno Calm & Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. If you have seen my other videos, you know that I am obsessed, absolutely obsessed with the Triple Oat Serum from Aveeno. I use it day and night. It's just, I love how it helps my skin hold on to moisture. It is one of my favorite serums of all time. So I thought, let me try the gel moisturizer and see if it could work for my skin. And I was particularly thinking of trying it out as a daytime summer moisturizer because my skin is not as dry in the summer. So I thought maybe this could work for my skin. So in this video, I do a little demo of this moisturizer. I talk a little bit about the product, and at the end, I give you guys my rating that I usually have for moisturizers. So if you want to see all of that, keep watching. So this is a gel face cream formula with nourishing prebiotic oat and calming feverfew that instantly soothes and replenishes the skin's moisture barrier. And lastly, this moisturizer is fragrance-free, paraben-free, alcohol-free, dye-free, phthalate-free, and it's hypoallergenic. So if you have sensitive skin, this actually might work really well for you. So right away when I look at this moisturizer, I notice that this is a bit thicker than a regular gel moisturizer. It looks a bit more like a cross between a cream and a gel moisturizer. So I'm going to take a little bit and put it on the back of my hand. And right away when I put it on the back of my hand, it definitely feels more like a gel moisturizer, but it has this rich, creamy consistency to it that I don't normally get with a gel moisturizer. So it does look a bit more wet than a regular moisturizer, but it has this lovely, rich texture that feels a little bit more like a cream than just a gel moisturizer. So two ingredients I wanted to call out in this moisturizer, and the first is the prebiotic oat, and this is supposed to help replenish your natural skin barrier, and it's supposed to just give you a healthy, natural looking skin while helping your skin hold on to moisture. So the second ingredient is the feverfew, and this is supposed to help soothe and calm the skin, especially people that have dry, itchy or flaky skin or inflamed skin due to dryness. This ingredient is supposed to really help calm the skin down and reduce redness in the skin that's because of dryness. So I currently don't have anything on my skin. I have just washed it and that's what it looks like. Say hello to my little friend. He's joining us over here for the video. But yeah, so I have nothing on my skin. I just washed it, and for the purposes of this video, I am only going to use the Aveeno moisturizer, so I won't combine it with the serum. I'll just use the moisturizer just to show you what my skin looks like after I apply it to my skin. So I'm going to take about that much, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my face, including my eyes, under my eyes, and I'm gonna bring it down my neck and my chest as well. And once this is all absorbed and blended into the skin, I notice that the feeling of it on my skin feels a bit more like a satin finish as opposed to that wet dewiness, which I don't mind, especially if you're someone that doesn't like that feeling. Maybe you think that's more of a greasy feeling. I particularly love that feeling. I like that wet feeling from my moisturizer. I love that dewy look when I'm putting on a moisturizer. I like my skin to look nice and dewy. But if you don't like that and you're looking for something that's super hydrating and moisturizing, this one would be a good option for you because this leaves my skin personally with more of a matte satin finish as opposed to that really dewy finish. So you can see right now there is a bit of dewiness here because it's still absorbing, but to the touch, it still feels just a bit sticky because it's still absorbing. But once it's fully dry and absorbed, it feels like satin. So now that the moisturizer is fully absorbed into my skin, this is what it looks like. There is a touch of dewiness around here, but not much. It's not like the other moisturizers that I've tried, but my skin still feels really nice and moisturized. It feels hydrated. It just feels really nice. And even to the touch, it does feel really nice. If it doesn't feel tacky, it doesn't feel sticky or greasy. It just has a really nice satin feel to the touch. So now that I have my makeup on, this is what my skin looks like. And this is what my makeup looks with the moisturizer on underneath. I have to say that I did try this moisturizer as a nighttime moisturizer and I didn't love it. So as a daytime moisturizer, I am on board. I will use this. I like it. I think it works really well for my skin. But as a nighttime moisturizer, it did not work as well. I just found that my skin didn't have that nice moisture and plumpness in the morning that I have when I use other moisturizers. So I just found that it didn't give me what I needed for nighttime. Now for daytime, I think it's great. It makes for good makeup application. My makeup lasted really nicely throughout the day, so I was happy with that. So now let's get into my rating for this moisturizer. So my rating would be for this as an overall moisturizer. I know I say that I would use it as a daytime moisturizer, and I am, but I did try it as a nighttime moisturizer, and I will include that in my rating. So let's get into that. So I have 3 categories that I rate moisturizers on, and each category is rated out of 5. So the first category is how well does it get absorbed into my skin. So for this Aveeno moisturizer, I gave it a 5 out of 5. It gets absorbed really well into the skin, it gets absorbed quickly, and it doesn't leave a film behind or tackiness or oiliness or greasiness. It just leaves your skin feeling moisturized and hydrated while drying to a satin finish. So I love that my skin, still had that hydration and moisture even though it had a satin finish, but this satin finish had a tiny bit of highlight and dewiness, which I really appreciated. Second category, does it help my skin retain moisture? And I gave this a 3.5 out of 5. So at the beginning, I did say that I would rate this as an overall moisturizer, not just as a daytime moisturizer. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 because as a nighttime moisturizer, it just didn't work for me. I woke up in the morning and my skin didn't have that nice plumpness and hydration and moisture to it that I expected it to have as it did during the day. So unfortunately, I did not love this as a nighttime moisturizer at all, and I would not use it as a nighttime moisturizer. But as a daytime moisturizer, it worked quite well and I really liked it. So that's why I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Third category, does it set up my skin for makeup application? And I gave this a 5 out of 5. So like I mentioned earlier, this gives my skin not just a satin finish, but also the texture of my skin has this nice satin feeling to it, almost like I have a primer on my skin. So when I apply a liquid foundation or a cream foundation, it just glides on my skin beautifully and blends really nicely on my skin. I personally would not apply a powder foundation to my skin on top of this moisturizer. For my skin, that wouldn't work very well, but I think if you have oily skin or combination skin, that could work really nicely for you. So I gave this a 5 out of 5 because my makeup lasts beautifully throughout the day. It keeps my skin and the makeup on my skin look really natural and it doesn't cake. There wasn't much creasing because my skin stayed moisturized and hydrated, and it just looked really nice. My makeup just sat really nicely on the skin and it just looked really nice throughout the day. The other thing I wanted to mention is I would use this, and I will continue to use this as a daytime moisturizer only in the summertime. I would not use it as a nighttime moisturizer in the summer months, and I would not use this as a daytime or nighttime moisturizer in the winter. For me, in the winter, I need something that provides more moisture and more hydration, something that's a bit more rich in texture. I find that this would not give me that. It would not give me the rich moisture and hydration that my skin needs in the winter because it is drier in the winter. So just wanted to leave you guys with those final thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to see what videos I come up with next, and let me know down in the comments below if you have tried this moisturizer. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if it worked for you. If it didn't work for you, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.